After being committed for 17 years, a former child psychopath, now a fully grown man and even more dangerous, escapes from a mental institution and immediately returns to Haddonfield, Illinois to find his baby sister. On this episode of Gorehounds TV, we will be reviewing and taking a look at Rob Zombie's Halloween.
How it all started.
On June 4th, 2006, Dimension Films announced that Rob Zombie, director of House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects, would be creating the next installment in the Halloween franchise. It was stated that he would write, direct, produce, and serve as the musical supervisor for the film. Zombie, who was a fan of the original Halloween, jumped at the chance to make a Halloween movie. Before Dimension went public with the news, Zombie felt obligated to inform John Carpenter out of respect of the plans to remake his original film. Carpenter's request was for Zombie to make it his own. During a June 16, 2006 interview, Zombie announced that his film would combine the elements of a prequel and remake with the original concept, and insisted that there would be considerable original content in the new film opposed to a mere rehash. It was also stated that Rob Zombie's version of Halloween would disregard all of the original film sequels as well.
The backstory.
On Halloween in Haddonfield, Illinois, having already exhibited signs of psychopathic tendencies, 10-year-old Michael Myers murders a school bully, his older sister Judith, her boyfriend Steve, and his mother's abusive boyfriend Ronnie.
Bitch, if you don't think I ain't making a mental list of all your fucking bullshit.
Only his baby sister, Angel Myers, is spared. After one of the longest trials in the state's history, Michael is found guilty of first-degree murder and is sent to Smith's Grove Sanitarium under the care of child psychologist Dr. Samuel Loomis.
Hi, I'm Michael Myers.
Okay, that's fine.
The plot.
Michael initially cooperates with Loomis, claiming no memory of the killing. His mother, Deborah, visits him regularly. Over the following year, Michael becomes more disconnected, fixating on papier-mâché masks and withdraws from everyone around him, even Deborah. When Michael kills a nurse as Deborah is leaving from one of her visits, she is unable to handle the situation and commits suicide. For the next 15 years, Michael continues making masks and not speaking to anyone. Loomis, having continued to treat Michael over the years, has been instructed to move on and closes Michael's case.
Now, don't do nothing we're both gonna regret later, okay, Mikey?
Later, Michael escapes from Smith's Grove, killing the night's groundskeeper, who has befriended him for the past 15 years. He then kills trucker Joe Grizzly at a truck stop for his clothes and makes his way back to Haddonfield. On Halloween, Michael arrives at his now abandoned childhood home, where he recovers the kitchen knife and Halloween mask that he had stored under the floorboards the night he had killed his sister. The rest of the film is Michael killing his way to Lori, who you find out is actually Angel Myers, his baby sister.
Critical reception.
On IMDb, the movie sits pretty well, coming in with a rating of 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, as the name would suggest, has this film listed as rotten, scoring an abysmal 26%. Metacritic also came in below half a century mark, putting Rob Zombie's Halloween with a less than impressive 47%. Overall, the movie has fairly mixed reviews. Typically, when it comes down to this movie, you either love it or you hate it. Most of the reviews are extreme in one sense or the other. People claiming it's a perfect 10 or a masterpiece, when others stating that it's dry, bland, and brings nothing new to the table. John Carpenter even expressed dislike for Rob Zombie's version, saying he robbed Michael of his mystique by giving him a backstory.
I thought that he took away the mystique of the story by explaining too much about the guy. I don't care about that. It's supposed to be a force of nature. He's supposed to be almost supernatural. Knowing about that and he was too big.
Yeah.
It wasn't normal. Anyway.
Fun fact though, To this day, it still stands as the highest grossing Labor Day weekend movie of all time, sitting at just under $60 million. The movie ranks over other popular titles, like The Possession and Transporter 2. Bonus fact, both Jeepers Creepers movies sit in the top 10 highest grossing Labor Day weekend movies of all time.
Our review.
Personally, I don't feel that the backstory ruined the movie. I understand what Carpenter is saying about taking away from the mystery that surrounds the Haddonfield slasher, though. However, casting the towering 6'8" Tyler Mane replaces that mystery with a terrifyingly giant slasher, which, in my opinion, is a fair trade-off.
I'm also a huge fan of Malcolm McDowell. One of my all-time favorite movies is A Clockwork Orange, and I've been a fan of his ever since I've seen it.
Pardon me, ladies.
Having him take over the role of Dr. Samuel Loomis was a great decision, and it definitely works in Zombie's favor here.
The blood and gore is pretty well done here too. It has a grittier feeling to it. And exceptionally brutal. If anything, Rob Zombie's version is a more savage Michael Myers. A lot of the bad reviews for this movie even states that it's basically just a gore fest at best.
One thing I felt like they could have done better was his mask. I'm a fan of the original mask. I don't mind the other versions over the years so much. We all know 78 was the best, but Zombie's variant is arguably the worst. The soundtrack was great. Alice Cooper, Misfits, Kiss, Peter Frampton, Blue Oyster Cult, and Rush, to name a few. So maybe if you're not into the movie, I'd hope you'd at least appreciate the classic soundtrack that really assists in setting the ambience for this film.
When it comes down to it, we both really like this movie, as we like most of the Halloween films. It's one of my favorites in the series, and we give it an 8 out of 10.
Bits of horror knowledge. Michael Myers is afraid of Jigsaw.
According to 1428elm.com, when Rob Zombie's Halloween was heading for theaters in 2007, October was its original shoot date for a release. However, another horror franchise had been dominating October for the past few years by that point.
I want to play a game.
Saw 4 was gearing up for release in October of that year, and Halloween Studio was leery about going head-to-head against Jigsaw. As a result, the Halloween remake was released 2 months earlier, coming out on August 31st instead.
Michael's look was inspired by Dawn of the Dead.
If Michael's jumpsuit looks familiar, there's a reason. It's supposed to be similar to the one Ken Foree wears from Dawn of the Dead. While it's fairly similar to the one shown in the original Halloween, it's perhaps more reminiscent of Foree's outfit from Dawn of the Dead, which makes it all more appropriate that a Foree character is who Michael Myers got his new outfit from.
Chucky is in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Okay, not really. But the voice actor behind the psychotic Good Guys doll is Bradley Dourif. Bradley Dourif plays Sheriff Lee Brackett, Annie Brackett's father.
Oh, 5-0.
Hi, Dad. Hey, Mr. Brackett.
Nice furry hat, Mr. Brackett.
Thank you.
He is one of many appearing in this movie that are no stranger to the horror genre. Just like Ken Foree from Dawn of the Dead, Danielle Harris is also in the film, appearing in Halloween 4 and 5 as Jamie Lloyd. Richard Lynch, who appeared in Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge, and Alligator 2: The Mutation. And of course, Bill Moseley, who starred in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Alright guys, we hope you enjoyed our look into Rob Zombie's Halloween. All in all, we feel it's a really good movie and worth watching at least once, if you've never seen it. As far as the horror remakes go, it could be a lot worse.
You have nothing to worry about. This won't hurt one little bit.
Please remember to support our channel by liking this video, subscribing to the Gorehounds of Horror channel, and ringing the bell for notifications so that you are notified when we post new content. We will be giving away 3 mystery boxes to active subscribers once we've hit 500 subs, so make sure to check back very often. Remember, we're looking for active members to win. There will be a new review video every Tuesday, and we will be having some other content coming out soon as well. Please let us know down below what movies you would like us to cover, and if we choose your comment, we will do a shout out to you in the next video. Until next time.